So we are going to turn one of these into one of these. Okay, I haven't run the threads yet, that's all I have left to do. I will on the gray set. But this is a set of 3 baskets, little nesting baskets, all made out of one skein. So this particular yarn is Big Twist yarn. This is the Joann Store brand. It's natural blend, so 80% acrylic, 20% wool, but you can use anything similar. So this is a super bulky size 6. It calls for a 9mm hook. It's a pretty chunky one. This skein is 98 yards. Okay, so we're going to do a magic circle to start, and you're going to put on 6 stitches. Okay, so we have 6 stitches on there. I'm just going to pull that snug. And then we're going to increase 6 stitches each row. We're going to start with the biggest basket. So we want, there's one we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. Increasing 6 stitches every row. 2 rows, 12 stitches. 3 rows, 18 stitches. And now you can see it's starting to get a bit of a hexagon shape, so I'm going to start staggering my increases in between here and alternate where I put those, so it'll come out more circular. 4 rows, 24 stitches. 5 rows, 30 stitches. 6 rows, 36 stitches. Just pulled this through to mark my 5th row. 7 rows, 42 stitches. So there's going to be no more increases. You are just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows with no change, and this first row you're only going to work in the back loop. So just in this one, so there's the first row with no increases. You can see it's starting to shape up a little bit. Gives you a nice little corner on the bottom. So now we're just going to work 4 more rows, no changes, increase or decrease in front and back loops. So just work it like normal. Okay, there's the 5 total side rows. So now for the 6th and last row, we're going to go around. We're going to decrease 6 stitches. 4, 5, and then knit the 6th one together. Okay, so that was my 6th row, and you can see how decreasing 6 stitches on that one row really helped to pull the whole top in. So now we're just going to do one more. We're just going to make that one a slip stitch, and that will help lay this flat. And then go ahead and snip. There we go. And I'll run the threads all when I'm done, so that's the largest size. Okay, so there's the biggest one. The next one is going to be the same thing, except 1 row smaller. So instead of 7 rows on the bottom, it'll have 6. This is the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also have the first row on the side here, worked only in the back loop. And so instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 solid rows on the side. A 5th row, decreasing 6 stitches around, and then 1 slip stitch to even that out, and leave some tail to weave in. And one more. Littlest one is 5 rows. First side row in the back loop, 3 total side rows, no changes, one last row where we decrease 6, 1 slip knot. There's the littlest size. So all we have to do now is run the threads in, just weave them into your fabric. I got the ends woven in and they're all done. This is what the set looks like nested together. Show you each size. Now when I wove the ends in, it was really hard for me to pull the needle through. I actually had to use a pair of pliers to grab the needle and pull it through if you have trouble with thicker yarns. I did work these a little bit tight. My stitches were a little tight because I wanted it to be nice and stiff. Now for this one, this is what I had left for yarn. Maybe 4 feet. Now I made a same set out of this, and this was how much yarn I had left out of the red. So, not sure what's up with that. I don't know, maybe I worked it a little bit looser than I usually do and worked really tight on this one, but be aware of that. If you work really loose, it might not quite make it. Now obviously you can do this really with any yarn that you have. I just like the thicker stuff because it's stiffer and it helps hold its shape better. It only took about a couple hours to do this whole set of 3 of them. Not very long at all. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know.